People on me get along at all.
All right.
All right. All right.
You guys, this is uncharted waters for us. This is,
What?
yeah, I know. It's uncharted waters for us.
Okay.
I know you don't realize where I'm going with it.
You're right.
And that's not the first time that I have started something that, you don't know where I'm going. Uncharted waters in the sense that we are on a second season of our podcast adventure.
Yeah, we did it.
Which is our uncharted waters. That's not the name of anything. It's just
I thought there was going to be like a different
no.
situation.
This is Sofa Survivors.
Yeah.
You tuned in. Whoever the hell is listening, you've tuned in to Sofa Survivors. Jeff, if you're listening,
It's Jeff, your number one fan.
But it's uncharted waters for us in the sense that we just finished season 1 of Survivor not too long ago, and we took some time and we really crunched the numbers and we landed on jumping to season 10 of Survivor. But new season for us, second season of Sofa Survivors, but it's also season 10. It's complicated, so bear with us, you guys.
Just think less about it.
Think less, but understand that there's a lot
sense.
going on. So I'm Tom Sofa.
I'm Mike Tomato.
And I think I'm going to sneeze here in a second. So
that's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Live on air? You're going to do that?
I don't have a choice.
You're going to give the people measles on air?
I might not. That's the thing. Talking it through, like saying it out loud makes me less likely to sneeze. You have you ever had that where like you say you're going to sneeze and then like it's going to make you a liar.
Or when somebody says bless you before you sneeze.
I'm like, how dare you? I wanted to sneeze. I wanted to feel it.
Really
it's too late. So it kind of went away.
She'll always come back.
So here we are. Season 10.
Season 10.
Episode 1. I've got my notes. You got your notes.
I got my notes today. I'm prepared as fuck.
That's fantastic. And I hope that you come prepared every episode this season. But if not,
no guarantees, but I will try.
So be it. Lord knows I'm coming prepared.
Sometimes it's nice to go in blind.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. So let's start. This season is called Palau. And the episode is called This Has Never Happened Before.
Ever.
Which is crazy.
For the first time.
So they're on this island paradise of Palau, which looks beautiful.
It looks gorgeous.
Oh,
I would eat.
Looks nice
at Palau.
Looks real nice.
Palau.
Yeah. And it truly looks like it has unreal sea life. There's some World War II debris, which I thought was kind of cool.
I wrote cool nature, World War II vibes.
Yeah. 20 survivors. A lot of people.
Yeah, big cast.
39 days, only one survivor. Nothing's changed as far as the day count and the one winner type thing. They all come rafting in on a tiny boat. Jeff pulls up driving a mini yacht.
Yeah, I know. Jeff.
Survivor has come a long way in 10 seasons.
Jeff. Showing up with like a twin prop, 30-foot fishing vessel. And he's like, all right, listen up, plebs. We're about to begin.
Yeah. And he's got 2 immunity necklaces right off the bat. 1 woman, 1 man gets them. First person they got to get off the boat right away and start playing ASAP.
Yep.
Okay. So we start introducing some characters.
Well, did you get that the very first thing they only get 2 machetes and a map to water?
I don't think I did get that.
That's all they got. They did like the last time, like an episode or season 1, right, where they had the whole ship and they got to take a bunch and like fit it on the raft and whatever you got. There was none of that this episode.
Sure.
There was none of that.
Didn't remember that comparison, but I love that you made that note.
Yeah.
Love that. Oh, love that.
I came fucking prepared.
No, dude, that's an excellent note. And I think that one of the best things about these rewatch type podcasts is being able to compare and contrast seasons and kind of like look at the big picture. And I love saying what is a Survivor staple or what's going to become, and like kind of I love that part, and I love that you mentioned that, and I hope that you do that as much as possible. So great job. Makes me happy.
I got my points for today.
You're already 1 point at least. So it looks like that I got all of the characters down and what they do.
I tried, but the way they introduced everybody wasn't very like clear and concise.
Yeah.
So I might be missing a couple people, or I didn't get everybody's job. Like I don't know what Bobby John does. I don't know what Jeff does.
I'm gonna go through it all.
Yeah.
We got James, who's a steel worker.
Yep.
We got
Southern
steel worker. We got Kobe, the hairstylist.
gay. She's our femme queen.
We've got Karen, the civil rights lawyer.
I have nothing special about her.
Stephanie, the pharmaceutical rep. You'll remember when we get to season 2.
Oh, Stephanie was giving me like mad sorority vibes.
Yeah.
Like she went to a sorority. That show. The show about. Ooh, I burped.
It's all right.
About Purdue Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Forget the name of it.
Don't know it.
But the way they like recruited these pharmaceutical reps like out of college, I very much pictured that was her life.
Totally. Then we got Jonathan, who's in sales and marketing. Katie, an ad executive. Janu, a Vegas showgirl. Hello.
Party. Yes.
Jolanda, a lawyer. Willard, who's also a lawyer. Greg, a business consultant. Tom, a New York City firefighter. Ian, a dolphin trainer. Fun.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Angie, a bartender. Ibrahim, a waiter. And Bobby John, who's also a waiter. And we also have Wanda, who we do not know what she does or what they're going to have.
I don't even think I wrote her name down.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I'm going to count here just to see if I even have everybody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's only 16.
Yeah, you're missing Kim or Cam.
Kim or Cam.
I don't remember who.
Kim.
There's Kim. There's Willard.
I have Willard. I said Willard.
Did you say Ashley?
Didn't say Ashley.
You got James.
James, I said first.
Okay.
So.
Well, there's other. I thought is there 2 James? Doesn't matter.
Well, we'll get it all sorted out eventually.
They're all gonna go home.
We'll see.
Except for one.
Yeah, and the people on the jury, and anyhow.
Whatever. Semantics.
So we'll figure it all out as we go. But
I will say that this season, right off the bat, more attractive than season 1.
Oh yeah.
There are some more. There's eye candy, and what's her face? Angie, girl, put your boob away.
I had Angie down,
but we'll get into that. We'll get into Angie's boobs. They make a bigger appearance in episode 2.
So I made some notes early on, which were small. One was Stephanie, the pharmaceutical rep. She had a good dive.
Yeah.
Clean dive.
Good form.
Following her was Jonathan. Really bad dive.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
Could barely even swim. No, I think he was fine. But they were so stupid for jumping off.
They were so stupid. They jumped off. They were like, we're not going anywhere.
It was so nice though to see so the reason they jumped off was because you have to be the first to the beach to get these idols to win the immunity thing.
Exactly.
And so they're like, oh, I can totally swim faster than the boat. Joke's on them. They could not. So as they're like struggling to swim, the boat just like casually rose right by them, and I loved that scene.
So good. So Ian and Jolanda win immunity.
Yep.
They get there. They get it done. And then the two that jump off the boat, aka Stephanie and Jonathan, they're still swimming even after the immunity's already done and said.
Correct.
They start figuring out who's going to get the water going, who's going to get the shelter going. It was kind of funny how what's her face, Jolanda, she goes, "Are you like Hercules?" to Ibrahim.
Oh yeah, I wrote down in my notes, Hercules.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, because he's a
strong guy.
Ladies,
paranoia sets in early for Kobe, right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean,
he's paranoid.
It's so clear that the gay is going to freak out.
It's just who he is. He's paranoid.
It's in our genes. I think it's literally written in our DNA to freak out.
Probably. Everybody, they start chopping up their clothes, start showing some skin.
Yeah.
To withstand the incredible heat in Palau. Looks hot, looks fun. Jolanda, she eats a grasshopper right away, and it was hilarious when she's like,
yeah,
got right in on that thing.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, you got to do quick.
Yeah,
you got to throw neck on some crickets.
So, I thought that was fun. Jeff shows up and he separates the immunity winners.
Yeah,
Ian on one side, Jolanda on the other.
Jeff is looking fit this season.
He is.
He's looking like a fit young whippersnapper.
He's been through it. He's looking serious, I feel like, as well. So we have 2 tribes. We've got the Karor tribe.
Yep.
And the Oolong tribe.
Yes.
And Ian and Jolanda they do a little schoolyard pick.
Yep.
And would you like to tell the people about the bullshit about this?
This is when this show turned into absolute bullshit for me.
This is bad.
So you do the schoolyard pick. Everybody's lined up. The 2 winners that have the immunity, they go back and forth and pick. And the rule is like if you pick a girl, the girl has to pick a boy. And then
back and forth.
Go back and forth.
We end up with even numbers.
So here's we get down to the final 2 people, which it's Jonathan,
Wanda.
Yep. Jonathan, if you remember, was the guy that jumped off the boat with Stephanie. Frat bro energy, doesn't really give great vibes.
Yep.
And then Wanda just seems kind of like an older woman.
Yeah, just
very
seems possibly weak.
What's her face from first season? The first one that I got out. Stephanie? No. Sonia. Very Sonia coded, where she's just like a nice, sweet, generally older woman who you wouldn't necessarily perceive to be good in, say, physical challenges.
Yeah.
But other than that, very capable.
Yeah, who knows? So
at the end of the day, they don't get picked. And so Jeff comes on screen. He's just like, well, you're going home.
Pretty much.
That's it. These people, they did all the casting bullshit that comes with Survivor.
Yep.
Did all the preparations to get to Palau, which you have, I'm assuming because you're in the tropics, like there's vaccines and there's, all this other shit that you have to do, only to get to the island on episode 1, not even get to the first challenge, not get to the, your team was set up or anything.
So I'm just devil's advocating just to, I dislike this as well. Just a devil's advocate, there was a little challenge.
Oh, to get to the island.
Challenge was stupid. Doesn't really count, but it counts. It happened. They kind of got a challenge. And there's a chance that 2 people were just going to go home the next day. So,
just give them the night.
I agree.
Give them the night.
I agree with you.
You missed out on potential good TV.
I agree.
Because why would you cast them just to send them home right away? So that's my beef. They literally show up to the island. Nobody picks them. And then Jeff's like, you're going home. And to my understanding, there's no them coming back later on. There's none of that happening. But maybe
probably not. No, they're not. I doubt it.
Okay.
It's over for them.
So I would be furious if I was Jonathan or Wanda.
I'd be upset. And so I'm just gonna kind of run through who's on each tribe.
Okay.
On Karor, there's Ian, Katie, Tom, Janu, Greg, Jen, Kobe, Karen, and Willard. On Oolong, there's Jolanda, Bobby John, Steph, Jeff, Kim, James, Ashley, Ibrahim, and Angie. Kind of interesting is that they're all on one beach. 2 tribes, 1 beach. So these days they're separate, 2 different beaches.
Yeah.
I feel like they're on different beaches in season 1.
They were.
So something to think about. Angie is feeling very upset that Kobe didn't pick her.
Right,
I agree.
Yeah,
they bonded so fucking fast.
They're kind of like the queer adjacent
crew. The outcasts is how they
define themselves as the outcasts. They're just the queer folk on the show.
Sure.
And yeah, I was a little taken aback, but nothing. Ooh, okay. If Angie is lesbian, that's her life, so be it. But nothing more like a classic gay man to shade a lesbian for no good reason.
Yeah,
that might be the gayest thing I've seen actually all of 2025.
So here's what I kind of thought for a second. I kind of thought that Kobe was smart to not want Angie. Long game, possibly. I don't think that he was thinking that far ahead.
Yeah.
But there's a world where they both make it to the merge, and because that they're not seen talking to each other or they're not on the same tribe beforehand or much,
Okay.
that they can come together later on.
Oh, if
in a merge
I
situation.
guess, but if I'm Angie, I'm holding a grudge.
Maybe.
I'm like, this Colby guy, you can't trust him.
I kind of agree with you.
He's got too many dicks in his butt.
Yeah, you could be right. So, anyhow, that's just kind of my own little thing. They're all on one beach. Angie is upset that Kobe didn't pick her. And then we're at a challenge. Reward and immunity.
Yep.
Pretty quick.
Yep.
It's an obstacle course through the jungle. You got to bring items like flint, a tarp, stuff that's weighted down. And so they kind of go ready, set, go.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to choose what you get to pick. You can pick one thing. You can pick as many things as you can carry, whatever. And Karor, they only take the fire and just dip.
Which isn't a bad strategy.
It was a great strategy.
Yeah.
They won because of it.
Right.
They won immunity and the fire. And they had Oolong stressed and behind early, and they didn't know what to grab. And then by the time that they decided to just grab a couple things, it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
It was over.
Yeah.
So Karor wins immunity by a mile. And Oolong's boat literally ended up going the wrong way during the challenge, which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I appreciate that.
I thought the challenge was solid. I didn't think that it was a bad
as first
challenge.
Challenges go, I think it's classic Survivor. Do X to get Y, and then if you do it faster, you win.
Sure.
And you get to keep Y. Totally cool.
Pretty good.
Totally classic.
Pretty good. And Karor, they get to choose if they want to stay on the current beach or go to a new one.
I didn't know. So if they chose to stay, would they still live with Oolong, or would Oolong
would have to go?
They would have to go. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But at the time, Karor they're riding the high of the win.
Yeah.
And they're just like, adventure, baby, like vacation style.
Yeah, I think it was kind of led by Tom.
It totally seemed led by Tom.
Yeah, Tom, the New York firefighter.
For sure. And and so they go to a new beach. And on their way to the new beach, they drop the flint.
I loved that.
The box.
They literally capsized.
Hilarious.
Yeah, their little kayak canoe situation capsized. They lost their one reward to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, because so funny.
But it killed their vibe. But it was great TV.
Great TV. Then they kind of go back to the Oolong tribe, and Jolanda is ready to get Angie off right away. She's like, "We need to keep the men." And Jolanda is trying so hard to be a leader early because she won immunity early, and she's a lawyer. She feels a little high and mighty, a little bit on her high horse. She feels like that she should be given the floor.
Yeah.
Kind of like a lawyer would be given the floor in a
trial.
In a trial, I feel like that she feels that way a little bit.
I guess, but I think one important thing to note here is Yolanda doesn't have immunity anymore. She had immunity because of the necklace thing,
but they lost immunity.
Right, but then once they did the challenge, that original immunity that she got was gone.
Right.
So that original immunity that she got was only for the picking. Whatever.
Right. Exactly.
But so here, I think Yolanda was Yolanda. I don't know how to.
Whatever. It's Jolanda because they call her Joe.
Jolanda?
I think so.
I think she just played it dumb where she's like, oh, I'm the default leader, when in this type of scenario, I would assume the best way to go about it is to be chosen by the people,
right,
and not just assume leadership, because everyone is just going to look at you and be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm on Survivor. I'm on vacation.
Early days of Survivor, you kind of want to go under the radar.
Yes.
In my opinion.
I think even now, I don't see why you wouldn't want to play that kind of game.
Yeah. So Angie's on the hot seat for Tribal, it seems to me, kind of early.
Yep.
And
I think it's just because she was last pick too, that they just don't see her as a valued team member.
Yeah. Well. So they get to Tribal. Like I said, Angie's on the hot seat. Yolanda. She talks about how she has a big personality.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, if y'all think I'm a witch, so be it, type of thing. And I wrote down, I don't think she's a witch. Personal opinion.
I said would be a killer witch.
Yeah, but I don't think she is a witch. I'm just letting it be known, probably not a witch.
Yeah, it's fine.
Probably not.
But like, be a witch.
Yeah. The votes come down, and it goes 2 votes only to Angie and 5 to Jolanda.
I had 3 Angie.
Or 3 Angie, sorry.
Yeah, 3 Angie, 5 Joe.
3 to 5, yeah. We have 8 and 8.
And Jolanda first eliminated, also the one of 2 black people on this season.
Yep.
Is the
Gone early.
Is the first eliminated.
Yeah.
Little racistas?
Maybe, but I feel like that, you know, she tried to lead. She tried to be very strong-arming, you know.
She set
and
herself up
she was
for
on
success. I'll give her that.
early immunity, put her on a high horse early as well.
Yeah.
You know? So she probably thought that she was like, nobody's going to pick me.
Yeah.
So
I could see her maybe in her head being like, I won the immunity necklace. Like, I picked all of you guys. Like, y'all owe me.
Totally.
You know?
So do you have like an early winner just at this point?
No, it's hard to tell, but I'll name a name.
Yeah, you should definitely name it.
But while I kind of grandstand on the idea of picking a name, I will say that right off the bat, immediately, I am going to be entertained more by this season than season 1.
Yeah.
Not only do I assume the challenges are just going to be better because they have 10 seasons to work through, I just like the eye candy that I'm seeing this season.
You like it?
Yeah, it's more interesting. It's not fun. It's going to sound so bad, but it's the truth. It's not fun to watch ugly people do things.
I disagree with you.
It's
I
fun
like
to watch
regular people do.
It's fun to watch hot. No, I didn't say regular. I said ugly.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's fun to watch hot people struggle.
sure.
That's what I enjoy.
Fair. So
the person who I think is going to win this whole thing, my winner, is going to be... I really want to give it to my girl. No. Yeah, no. I Ian.
dude, you and me both are on the same page.
I think Ian has some real promise to go.
He's
far.
the only one that I have so far, but I anticipate changing.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think he'll win, but I think he could. I think
he's got the best shot. I think he seems like one of the most prepared right now, but it's really tough to say. I have no idea. No freaking idea. So, any other thoughts on the first episode? How do you feel being back? How's it feel to second season ever of Survivor? Feels good, right?
I feel that I'm feeling things.
Okay, that's good. That's all I needed to know.
Do I still think, like, am I in love with the show? I wouldn't say yet.
It's so early.
I wouldn't say I'm in love with the show.
So early.
I have an appreciation, I guess, for like what it's done to reality television.
Fair.
So that is kind of fun to watch, is like to see those moments in reality TV history, because this episode was filmed in what, 2010? 9?
End of 2010, maybe early 2011.
Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
So,
a little time capsule.
So yeah, it is a bit of a time capsule, and we get to see some things change, how people talk. I get to see like some dramas and conflarmers.
Totally.
So, and I like that it's a bigger group this time around.
I do too.
I like the bigger numbers. I think it'll add more to it.
Agreed.
Literally and figuratively.
It does. 100%. So that's the end of season 10, episode 1. If you're going to take a little pause, break ski, now's the time to do that. Do whatever the hell you got to do.
Fill a bowl with cereal.
With cereal, then milk. Don't do milk first, then cereal. That's a mistake.
Psychotic.
Psychopath.
Or a bowl of weed.
Yeah. Drink some water. Have a snack. Whatever it takes.
Take a shit. You got to shit.
Take a shit, but listen to us while you shit.
I know you got to shit.
Yeah.
Push. I know it. No. That's how you get hemorrhoids. Don't do that.
Well,
you just want to like just wait and breathe. Do some big. That'll help the shit move.
Okay.
It will.
And we're back.
And get those suppositories.
Welcome to season 10, episode 2 of Survivor. This is Sofa Survivor still. You're back. We're back. It's happening.
We never left.
This episode is called Love is in the Air. Rats are everywhere.
That'd be a great song.
Fun title. Yeah, write it.
Love is in the air.
Rats are everywhere. Could be fun.
Taking shits in your hair. Okay, moving on.
Yikes. We got Karor and Oolong as our two tribes.
Right.
On Karor, we've got Katie, Ian, Tom, Janu, Greg, Kobe, Karen, and Willard. We got on Oolong, Bobby John, Steph, Jeff, Kim, James, Ashley, Angie, and Ibrahim. Wanda's gone. Jonathan's gone. Jolanda's gone early. Only 17 survivors left.
Mm-hmm.
So we start off with Karor being without their flint because they dropped it at the bottom of the ocean early.
Still at the bottom of the ocean at this time.
So funny. Rats are invading their camp. Karen's pissed because she's like, whose fault is it that we're here? She's trying to point fingers rather than, just dealing with the situation. We can't go back in time, Karen.
I wrote Karen's being a Karen.
Yeah. And this is before Karens were Karen.
Right, this is before Karen was a thing.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how that comes about.
But Karen was being a full Karen, and it was more like, that was a lot, Robin. Like, you're being a lot.
I agree.
So, do less.
Oolong is enjoying the relaxing life without Jolanda.
Yeah, they really didn't like her. They really had a lot of negative things to say about her.
Yeah. Too strong.
Too bossy. They're going to quote, gonna do democracy.
I got this. Per James, we're Americans and we're going to do democracy.
Which to me just came off as like no strategy.
Yeah.
And if I take that from my season 1 experience, the tribe that really comes in with no strategy is ultimately the losing tribe.
For sure.
So it's not looking too great for Oolong, but they might turn it around.
Totally could happen. Pretty funny. We've got the reward challenge that comes up, and I wrote down Jeff looks so serious.
Yeah, he really, like, people are dying, Kim. Like, it's not...
He looks like he's just, like, very intense.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he just got some plastic surgery...
Botox is Botoxing.
I doubt it this early, but like
no, he probably was doing it.
Maybe, but I don't know. Very serious.
Yeah, no, Jeff wasn't so like fun and bubbly, Jeff.
Yeah. So in this one, you got to in this reward challenge, you got to cross a balance obstacle course, retrieve a flag, and then make it back to the other tribe. The other tribe, they can knock you off with these like heavy bags.
Mm-hmm.
The reward is a mask and a snorkel.
Yep.
Oolong can win flint.
No, and a spear.
Yeah, and a spear.
And a flint.
Oolong can win flint, but Karor cannot win flint because they lost theirs. They dropped it at the bottom.
Right. But the real thing you want is the snorkel and spear.
Yes.
Because you want to catch those fish. You want to eat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bobby John yells as he yells, "Get this thing off me!" when he gets hit by a sandbag. Like very, very dramatic and loud, which I thought was pretty funny. Shout out Bobby John.
This is when Angie's boob came out for the first time.
It did slip out.
In episode 2.
Angie does really good, though. She made it there.
She kills it.
Back.
Yeah, she crushes it. Angie is, in my opinion, the reason why Oolong wins.
For sure.
This challenge. But it was killing me that, like, nobody is telling, hey, girl, just a little lift. Just lift it up.
For real.
But also, why are you going on Survivor and wearing those, like, half bras? Do you know what I'm talking about?
They change it in later seasons.
You have to wear like a sports bra.
Make it very specific.
Yeah,
but
like literally, she's wearing one of those like Victoria's Secret lacy top like half bras where
crazy.
Like just covers your.
It's crazy.
What's
I don't know the answer.
It's not your uvula. It's like It's just the little circular part.
I can't think of
whatever that's called.
Yeah.
It's not your ovum, but that also is what came to my mind.
Don't worry about it.
That part of your nipple that you all have, it's just going to cover that. Areola. Thank you. But Angie said, sun's out, areola's out.
I guess.
She's got to tan it up.
Yeah. Katie really struggles to swing on that rope. It's pretty funny. Oolong takes an early 2-0 lead. Oolong ends up going 7-1.
Crushes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Karen takes a hard fall. I thought this was a very entertaining challenge.
Yeah, I think any time where you could sabotage or whatever.
Sandbag somebody.
Yeah, literally and figuratively.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it exciting.
I just wrote down, "Come on, Bobby." I don't know if somebody shouted that or what, but I wrote it down. Oolong wins by a mile. The fishing gear and the fire is secured. Shout out Oolong.
Right.
Shout out. As we move forward, Angie is making a name for herself. Bobby John was blown away by Angie. He had her counted out. Jeff is fishing and is, very hopeful that Karor doesn't get their flint. Don't blame him for that. And Karor starts going off and looking for their flint, and they actually end up finding it. And Ian keeps going under to get it, but he is struggling.
Yep.
They then get it hooked. They get the box, and they make the fire, which I thought was incredible.
I wonder, how deep it was. They didn't tell us, it's 30 feet deep, 20 feet deep. We didn't really get a number.
My guess was probably 15.
You think 15?
Yeah.
I would say a little bit. It looked deeper than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe 20.
Maybe.
20 to 30. Somewhere in that range.
Very possible.
But, enough to where, ooh, my ears hurt when I go deep.
Yeah, definitely. It's the first time that the Oolong tribe gets to eat in 4 days, aside from coconuts.
Which, that's crazy. 4 days and all you're eating is coconuts?
Yeah, it's Survivor.
That's wild.
It is a little wild. Ashley couldn't eat the seaweed and the fish that they cooked, which kind of sucks for Ashley. Kind of really puts her back.
Yeah, Ashley won't eat anything in this episode. She's just no.
Unbelievable.
Won't do it.
Angie notices Kim and Jeff have gotten really cozy.
Kim and Jeff are getting sexual, girl. They're getting sexual.
Yeah.
So sexual.
Oh, yeah. And then they get some military dishes with some Morse code on a piece of paper.
Yes.
And they have a very interesting immunity challenge where they have to swim out to a platform, pull a footlocker, solve a puzzle with Morse code. Didn't love this challenge.
I
thought it was a good challenge.
I thought it was okay, but it's to me that this is a very classic Survivor challenge where it's part physical, part mental game.
Yeah.
You got to do a physical thing to get to the mental thing, and then you have to solve the mental puzzle, and then you win.
Yeah, I personally don't love when they're learn Morse code. See you at the challenge. I don't. Oh, okay. I personally don't love that. I wish it was show up. Here's a puzzle. I don't think that I don't know. Personal opinion. Whatever.
No, I get it.
I don't hate it. Don't hate it. Don't hate it.
It's not very exciting.
Yeah.
Doesn't give you a lot of questions.
Yeah, show me footage of you practicing Morse code. Boring, snoring.
What's W?
Yeah, blink, blink, blink,
dash.
dash. Yeah. No good. No good. Anyhow.
Boring.
Karor, they take immunity challenge goes. Karor, they take a lead. They hold it. They just need to solve the Morse code puzzle. Karor wins immunity. And then I kind of wrote, I'm not really sure who's on the hot seat. I mean, maybe Ashley was on the hot seat because she didn't really eat. But I really didn't feel that anybody was on the hot seat at that time.
No, I guess, but if anybody, it was going to be Ashley, because I think people were making comments that Ashley isn't eating.
Yeah.
And you don't want someone that doesn't eat.
Sure. Oolong brings their fire to the cave as the rain's coming down, which was kind of great. I thought that was cool that they were able to do that and save their fire. I kind of felt that maybe Kim was on the hot seat for a little bit. just because isn't Kim and Jeff, they're going off together, getting cozy.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought maybe Kim would be on the hot seat for that reason. And I was like, how will Jeff like that? Will Jeff kind of, push back on it? And he tries to get Kim off the hot seat by putting Ashley on the hot seat. And he says that, Ashley's the weak link type of thing. You remember that?
Yeah, but I'm just reading my notes, and my notes go, Jeff is hot as fuck. Kim is on the chopping block. Jeff wants to chop Ashley to keep Kim.
For sure. I wrote down that there's not too much drama. Kim just makes James swear that he'll tell her if he's going to write her down beforehand, and then James is just so fucking clearly lying.
What did you think about Stephanie? Stephanie, knowing the tea that Kim and Ashley are like the ones kind of being discussed about, and going up to them being like, hey, it's probably you guys. It's probably you or you. Did you catch that part?
I did. It didn't really bother me that much.
No, I thought that was a
kind of
fascinating way to play the game.
That's interesting.
Because why would you do that?
I also agree with you. Usually you should just keep it on the DL.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah. Don't know.
But I thought that was fascinating. I was like, Stephanie, what are you playing at, girl?
For real. So we slip into the immunity portion, or the tribal, I mean. And Jeff gives Angie praise for her early character development, which is much needed, very important.
Yeah, no, Angie went from like run to the litter to challenge winner.
Yeah.
And really letting the girls breathe at the same time.
For sure.
She's giving us range in terms of effort and sex appeal.
W. Jeff then points out the relationship between Kim and Jeff. And Jeff says, there's no alliance here between the two of us. And everybody clearly makes the face like, bull dookie.
Boo. Everybody knows you're fucking. Does that happen in like later seasons? Like, do they get like night cam footage of like people sneaking off into the woods? And
for sure, there's plenty of stuff happening. The votes come down. It comes down as 1 vote for Kim, 4 for Ashley, and 1 for Jeff.
Yep.
I wrote down, wow. By Ashley. Wow. Surprising, but I wonder who voted for Jeff.
Ashley
did. That's right. And then did you catch what Ashley said later at the end of the episode? She says, and I really wish that I could have cuddled up to Ibrahim. God damn. Ooh wee. Like she was smitten.
She's not wrong.
Yeah. He's a
girl. Facts are facts.
A masculine physique.
Look at the material.
So, pretty good app. I enjoyed it, but there goes Ashley.
Classic Survivor episode, in my opinion.
And that's another Oolong member gone.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna split into like how. So it's like the first season where it was a lot of like. One tribe would win the reward, and then the next tribe would win the immunity, and like they would just kind of trend back and forth that way.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's going to happen here.
I got a feeling that a Karor member's got to go in the next two episodes. I would think, but potentially if maybe 2 more Oolongs go, that then they'll just do like a merge or a re-pick buffs and.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Does that happen?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay. Didn't know that was possible.
Oh, yeah. Could happen. So, all in all, I'm enjoying the season so far. There aren't too many heavy hitters for me as far as long-term Survivor lore.
Yeah. Not yet.
But
I think we'll get there.
Maybe.
Ooh, look at the feet and
the dogs.
Y'all came for Survivor. You stay for the feet.
Exactly. So... Still pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far, and I can't wait to watch the next 2 episodes, and hopefully we'll bring it in to you guys next week, I hope. But that's kind of all I got. Is there anything else that you want to add or bring to the table? My winner doesn't really change. I'll still stick with Ian.
You're going to stick with Ian?
For the time being. I don't know if you want to put
I'll
anybody
still
else
say
out
Ian.
there.
Yeah,
I mean,
I still think he has the best chance.
Let's just give it another episode or two, and I'll consider changing. But
yeah, I need more backstory on everybody, because since it is such a larger group, I have yet to get.
We need some chipping away at the group. A little bit more juice, a little bit more tea, a little bit more breakdown of the people.
Who the fuck is Willard?
Who's Jen? Willard's a lawyer. Who the fuck is Jen? I don't have any info on Jen.
Right, we get nothing.
I don't have what Jeff does for a living. I don't have what Ashley, who just went home, did for a living.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. Maybe they didn't show it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did I just miss it?
So can we expect, since like I missed all this, like Jeff is going to be gone, Kim is going to be gone,
Ashley, yeah, like
James.
So I have what Kim does. Kim is a graduate student.
Oh, okay, I didn't get that.
But I don't have what Jeff or Jen does. So
I guess we can assume that they'll be out.
Right, but I kind of think that Karen is going to be one of the next. Like if Karora loses, they're just going to say bye, Karen, get the fuck out of here, and that's just going to be that.
Yeah, that's true, because they hate her.
Exactly. So, my opinion. But I personally don't remember much about this season from what I watched about it. So it's so far a big surprise for me. I've got no idea what's to come.
Lovely.
Love that. So, yeah. I'm Tom Sofa. This is Sofa Survivors, and you are?
I'm Mike Tomato.
And thanks for tuning in, and we'll bring the fire and the juice and everything to keep you loose next week. Or next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party.
We're going to get ourselves some food here, you guys. Thanks.
True. Where do you want to go?
I'm kind of leaning Portillo's.
Portillo's?
But
yeah, I'm
whatever.
down. I haven't been in a while.
Cool. Thanks. Tune in, guys. Bye.
Bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, now bye.
Seriously.